Welcome to the third episode of the Road to Immortal. We are going to watch Team Liquid against Gaming Gladiators on the Riyadh Masters 2023. I'm gonna show you guys several clips of this game and I'm gonna try to put my insight into it as well and explain the plays what they are doing so you will get a better map awareness and you can implement it in your own games. In this clip right there, Boxy understands when he needs to pull and when he doesn't need to pull. As you can see, he's watching middle, he has a good map awareness, and he sees the enemy wave is pushing into him. That's the reason why he did not pull. Like, he was thinking about it, but he decided to not do it, probably because either he understands that the wave is pushing into him, or the Visage just told him, yo, don't pull, we don't need it. Later on in this play here, as you can see, the Lion is pulling now, and he can't really interrupt it because the Slug is zoning him. But in fact, instead they just go the Slug, pressure him a little bit, and with a simple trick of re-aggroing the enemy creep wave, they can put the wave back into his place and they have a chill time again. If you are interested in watching my coaching sessions, feel free to click on my Patreon, the link is in the description. This is for my support friends. If you guys want a TP on a different lane, please make sure you pull the wave before you do that. Don't leave your core in a bad position of the lane and just TP away. It is not good and it will ruin the offlaner's game. Or safe lane or whatever. As you can see, Boxy is watching bottom and he's standing in front of the pole. Instead of TPing bottom right now, he's pulling the wave and later on he's gonna decide if he's gonna TP or if he's not gonna TP. And now he sees it's not worth TPing, so that's why he's not TPing. But as you saw, he pulled first and then he will decide if he TPs. There are situations where you can TP first, of course, but make sure you will always pull before you do a different play on a different lane. As you can see on the minimap, the Visage is in a very good position right now because of this pull, and that allows the Rubik to actually contest the rune and make Ember's life better and ruin Penguin's game. He gets the action rune deny, he got a stack, everything is perfect, he's mega happy. Whenever you're just running base, make sure to not waste your time and just watch at your fountain. Make sure to watch the enemies or give your teammates any information that will help them. As you can see, the Rubik is running base and he's watching the enemy. He's not just staying in his fountain and doing nothing, he's watching the enemy. The Pengu gave the lion a ward, he understands this, he sees the lion and he wants to help his Ember. And in fact, because he watched the enemy and he understood that he needs to watch his minimap plus the enemies instead of just running base, they're getting a decent trade of kills and they just win the fight over there because of that. So whenever you run base, make sure to do something else in between. Don't just be AFK and do nothing. This clip is for my core players. As you can see, the monkey is farming bottom. He sees the brute and he knows the brute is stronger than him. So he doesn't really want to stay there. But his idea behind play he's gonna do soon is he just wanna make sure his Visage is getting the tower. He's gonna TP top, and whenever somebody is showing on top lane, they're gonna kill him. And when he realized there is nobody, he's just starting to farm again in a safer area without any pressure, and whenever somebody's showing, they just go on them. Just because of this small play that he changed position with the gates, it's allowing him to push the tower with the Visage together and he can just hit creeps AFK instead of staying bottom and like being scared against the brute and the supports and you don't know what's gonna happen. So make sure as a core you are farming in areas where you can support your team whenever they need you. You don't need to always do that, but like most of the times try to farm in areas where you can easily connect. Whenever you are smoking with your team, you need to make sure after the team fight, don't split up too much and give the enemy an opportunity to actually pick you off one by one. As you can see right now, Team Liquid is smoked and Gaming Gladiators is ready to fight. They caught the Sky off guard, he dies. Everybody else of Gladiator side retreated and escaped. That's good and that's nice. But if you look at the play right now, what Liquid is doing, they're splitting up again. They are running middle with Rubik and Ember Spirit. Undying, Visage and Monkey are sitting bottom. The Monkey's like, okay, I want to give this area to the Visage because he needs farm. The supports and the mid laner are running middle, as you can see on the minimap. And the Visage is staying bottom. And instead, Gaming Gladiators is just doing nothing. They're responding correct. They're instantly running bottom, TPing there and trying to kill the Visage. In every single pub, I'm pretty sure this Visage would have actually died if he was like not a very, very good player. So whenever you see these plays that you split up after a team fight, you need to make sure that you are not getting picked off one by one. Zai is reacting perfectly here because he saw the TPs. He saw the reactions of Gaimin and he instantly retreated to his supports and his Ember Spirit. And they're all back in, ready to fight. And they're probably gonna win the fight because of that. Or at least defend the visit. As you saw, he did everything perfect in this play. They're even taking the tower now together. So it was kind of a bait by Team Liquid to do that. In every single pub, even in my pub sometimes, people on the Visage situation, they would just die there, and this is like the wrong thing you need to do. You should always be ready to actually like counter engage whenever you are splitting up after a team fight, and try to not split up too much so you can't react or connect anymore to your teammates. In this situation right there, the Visage saw the Slug for a quick moment on the minimap. That's the reason why he's retreating, because he understands all of them gonna be probably there. He just saw the Brute for a blink second, and he just understands retreat. He even pings on the minimap, as you can see, and take a fight on the other position. And as you guys can see, the Undying and the Slug are not in the fight right now. But the reason why Liquid is taking this fight still is because they can see the Slug on the minimap that he's like not close, plus it's daytime. Like a Slug usually does not want to fight at daytime, they want to fight at nighttime because they're gonna get an advantage out of it with the vision, and then they feel like way more comfortable fighting into that. And as you can see, Liquid is still fighting, even though they know all of them are running at them, but they have like 2 seconds or 3 seconds before the Slug connects to the fight and joins the fight even. So they see an opportunity to actually fight and try to take the fight, and maybe they're gonna outnumber them because the Undying is way closer to the Slug in this situation. Gaimin Gladiators focus the Visage, it's a good play, but in my opinion they actually need to focus the Ember Spirit if they can, because Ember Spirit is actually gonna melt them at some point, because he deals so much damage and he's gonna carry the entire fight. Like as you can see, the Ember is just like running them down and they don't have anything anymore. They try to burst like one guy on the Rubik with Finger and Slark, and they can't even really do that because most of the damage just got blown away by the Visage and he tanked everything through. And the Ember has like a free game. And this is like the biggest reason why they won this fight. They got the advantage of the minimap, they saw the Slug for a blink second, they knew he's not connecting that quick and he's gonna be probably late. The Undying was closer. For Liquid, they focused the Visage instead of the Ember, and the Ember has a free game and he can just deal as much damage as he wants. Everybody knows this feeling. Your position 1 feels very strong, he has Aegis, he feels like he's not gonna die, and in fact the enemies are just like ganking him, he dies, and you are trying to fight and chase after he died with Aegis, and you're trying to get like something out of it because you feel strong. This is happening right there in this game. They will go on the Monkey King, and the Monkey King and Team Liquid is gonna think, alright guys, we need to chase, we need to fight them, we are stronger, we have everything. But the problem, in fact, they place the tomb and they don't have like the best catch on earth. Like they have an Ember, but he's like on the other side, he's gonna come from behind. He's like probably saying, yo guys, I'm gonna come from behind, let's fight them. But in my opinion, in this play, the problem is they're playing into Slug with night vision. And in my opinion, that Gaimin Gladiator is gonna get a big advantage because of that. They have a Brute, like the supports cannot run in there, even the Visage is like gonna just melt against a Brute. The only good thing they have is actually the Ember. But the Ember was late, so they had a tough time to actually fight there. So my recommendation for that is, in your pubs, whenever you have Aegis and your position 1 is like dying somewhere and your entire team is behind, and you feel like the enemies are still strong, don't chase into them. Like try to fight around your tomb, and if the enemies are just running away, accept it. Like you can't really chase into that, you're gonna all die because you're gonna lose position, especially your support, and they're just gonna run you down at some point because they're gonna make some time, take a slow fight, they're gonna like slowly killing your supports, and after that you're just like food for the enemies if you're unlucky. So whenever you have Aegis, your position 1 dies and you're behind them, try to tell him, yo, play a bit safe until we are like ready and there.